Good afternoon. My name is Damla Adome. In this session, I'm going to be talking about lesson two, that's block elements for text. Um, HTML's purpose is actually to create elements. So what that means is that for every content that appears on the website, on the web page, there is an element responsible for it. So in this phase, we'll be talking about HTML. HTML is being arranged in categories, and one of the categories is actually block elements for text. Um, I actually created a folder which is called training, and I opened it on my VS Code. So to create a web page, all I have to do is to say index.html to create a web page. So when we create a web page, we have some basic elements which we call the HTML boilerplate. So in this phase, in this class two, we'll be using HTML5, and that's also one of the latest version for HTML currently. And the previous versions involve HTML4, HTML3, HTML1, HTML2, XHTML, HTML 1.0, HTML 1.1. These are the previous versions of HTML. So, but in this class, I'm using HTML5, and that's what all web page now, website now are actually on HTML5. So, um, so I've already created a web page. So to create a web page, all you have to do is to say I already created a folder training, and I've opened a folder on my VS Code. And all you have to do is to create a file, you name the file index. Now, index, you can name your file any name, but the word index seems to be a powerful name because when you name your file index, it makes that file to be the landing page. The landing page is the first page you see when you browse through a website. So the HTML here is what to make a web page. So if you have to do a web page, just period your name and give it HTML. So when this is up, I'm going to put my HTML5 boilerplate, which is I'm going to write HTML. So the VS Code is actually very active to be able to bring out this. So this is the boilerplate for HTML5. So we have the doc type. The doc type is actually the type of document. It's always called DTD, that's document type declaration, and that's it. So HTML is the opening tag there and closed by HTML. So the browser reads file all from the HTML to the heading of the HTML. The lang there is going to be English. The head is actually the introductory part of the web page. So all we have is all that introduce the head, all that introduce the web page stays in the head. So there we have the meta tag and we have the title. Now meta tag is used for many things. And most of what meta tag is actually used for is SEO. So this class is not primarily focused on SEO. So I'm talking about that meta tags are used for SEO, and they also used for we use it for adding file icons, we use it for immediately for SEO. We also use it for responsiveness. So the one you're seeing here, viewpoint, is about the responsiveness, but that's not what I'm making this classes for. So the titles, I'm going to give it a title, so I can call it training. So the title, it appears on the browser. It appears on the browser as the title of the page. So in a professional website, so when I'm doing a professional website, we're going to put the name of the company here, and we're going to put what is their motto, what is their service that they do right there. It's also boost SEO. So we're saying, so that's the head, that's the meta, that's the title. Then we also have the body. Now the body is the content arena. The body is the content arena. So everything you're going to access on the browser stays in the body. Now this head, this title stays above on the, it stays is the title for the tab on the browser. So but the body is the content area. Anything that's going to appear in your web page stays in your body. So if I save this, then I can open it once. I can open it. There's what we call live server. Live server helps you to refresh your page continuously. So when you create a page, it it's refreshed as you save on your VS Code. So you can see here that we have training. We have training. So this is a file icon. We're going to talk about this in the series of the training. So this file icon, this is not the file. This was actually a file icon I used for a site that I'm building. for a client. So the Fiverr icon fully appears there. So that's it. So the title tags which we have for time is scanning. We have heading. So to do heading, you say H1. There's H1 up to H6. They are for heading of the page. So I can set training. So the sizings are different. So H2 is smaller than H1. So you can see I don't have to refresh by itself. So that is heading. We have H2, we have H3, we have up to H6. Then they are the heading of the page. So this is actually also very important as an SEO, and it's composite thing we also have to talk about. Then we have paragraph. Paragraph is P. VS Code help you to write. It help you to write your syntax right correctly. So P for paragraph. So that's it. So I can say lorem. Lorem is actually a demo content, and so I can create another paragraph and I can do a lorem in two places, so it will be a longer lorem. If I save, and if I access my page, you see we have a paragraph. So there's a paragraph. Then we also have what we call lists. So list, there are two types of lists, although there used to be three, but along the line, one dropped away because people don't use it. So we have ordered list, we have unordered list, and we also have definition list, but people don't use definition list again. So the ordered list is just OL. So this OL. Then I have to use li for a number of things I want. So if I say li asterisk, now asterisk Emmet works with VS Code. Emmet aid in writing of code for designers. Um, so so li times four, it will going to put the li in four places. So I can write let me write something good. Let's say fruits, um, then food, um, let's say vegetables, and spices. So this is an ordered list. Ordered list actually mean that items will be listed using numerals, either using alphabets or using numbers or using Roman figures. So that's so if I check my browser, so you can see the fruits are listed. Then we also have unordered list. Unordered list is UL. UL is actually on that list. So this one lists the items using bullets. Using bullets. So if I put fruit here also too, fruit, sorry, that was a mistake. Um, then vegetables, and spices. Good. So that's it. So if I check, so you can see the bullet. So there are more explanation about each of these, but because of my time, I'll be stopping here. So I've been able to talk about this lesson two, the using of headings, the using of paragraph, and the use of links other than that list. Thank you. Oh, I still have time, so I still have 2 minutes. So since I still have time, so that's it. So these are the lists, ordered lists, and um, unordered lists that the user has. So another thing is that we used to have what we call nested lists. Nested list is actually having a list and that list. But before I talk about nested list, now this is ordered list. What happens if you don't want it to be in numbers? Let's say, for example, you like your stuff in alphabet. So if I say type A, so it means it's going to list the items using alphabet. And so you can also use one if you want the numbers. You can use Roman figure either in capital or in small letter. While this one, if you want to change the list, if it's a type, actually VS Code does not give option for that. So we can easily write circle, right? Circle here. So you can say that it has changed from the disk. The default one is actually a disk. It has changed from a disk to a circle. So that is more also on list. So more also, we also have nested list, a list inside another list. And this list here, I'm writing it in Word. It could be a paragraph, it could be a long paragraph, but it's not ideal for you to put a paragraph inside a list. All you have just